So we're here at our hotel for the night, and we got room 23 here. This is what the outside looks like. There's a bug catcher, and one of these bug LED that also catches. It looks like some of them have that. So, here's our key. Open it up, and we're greeted to a refrigerator. Oh, here we got some light switches. Okay, we'll close the door. That's the first thing we see. Now when you come in, there's an air conditioner right here, a little window. That's kind of neat, the lamp hanging there. Ooh, I like that, a fluorescent fixture on the wall. I have one of those in our basement back home. That's real neat. Nice and cozy in here. We have our closet right here. Looks like 2 full beds. You know, kind of skinny here, but that's not a big deal because it looks like there's a full kitchen here. Wow. Light switches over here. Or I thought it was. There's a light switch here. There we go. Now it turned on. It didn't want to turn on the first time. And now the camera won't focus. There it goes. So we got our little kitchen here. We got a toaster. I'm surprised everything that comes with this. A blender, a little stove, utensils, you know, wash your own dishes, that's obviously understandable. Microwave. You can look over into the bedroom area. This is kind of nice if you want to do an extended stay. Very cool. So, we have our freezer and our fridge, and they appear to be turned off. Again, understandable, you know, nobody's in here right now, so no reason to have it on. So, here's the fixtures, and they're the same thing. Let's see if we have a, oh no, these are made by Duray, where mine's made by a different company. But, it's the same exact design. Awesome. And you get that one next to it. Very cool. Love the fluorescence. We have our just standard lamp here and clock. Got another fluorescent. Awesome. Another hanging lamp. We do have a TV here. Some directional lighting. A nightstand where probably the original TV used to be. We have our bathroom. Looks like we have our light switch right here. Nice and bright. It does look clean upon first inspection. Nice and sanitary. Fantastic for a little run motel. There's the fan. And a nice shower here. Looks like it had a door at one time, but they took the door off. We have the shower head. Seems really nice. Got the toilet, obviously. Say hello there. Hi. Hi. If I look at the right thing, that is. This is for the fan, obviously an outlet. Lots of nice amenities. And outside is the main attraction of the room. A nice lake view. Very cool. And there's the motel. Not bad. You know, it is kind of tight. But that's not really bugging me. I like how cozy it is, and the design of it. You know, I know it's older, but it's still pretty cool. So, go ahead and take another look outside, and that's the room. So this is yet another thrift store. It has interesting lighting inside of it. Obviously, at one time, I believe they were slimline fixtures that were converted to LED. I don't think they were VHO or anything like that, but I think they were slimline and they got converted to LED, but I'm glad that they kept them 8 foot instead of using some conversion kits. Just replacing the bulbs is what it appears they have done here. And inside the thrift store, more further in, there were bins of light bulbs, as you can see here. Now, there were 3 different bins, if I recall correctly, and I videoed a little bit of each of them. This is a 300 watt bulb. They wanted $1 for it. I didn't get it because I have plenty of those. I think it's a Sylvania, but it had a nice blue glass insulator. Here's a nice Westinghouse Lifeguard. It doesn't appear to have very many hours on it. The problem was the base. As you can see, it got smushed somehow, and now it's just totally useless. I don't know how that happened, but it happened somehow. Maybe it can still be screwed in, but I highly doubt it. There was a Circle Line adapter right there, but I have a whole bunch of those as well. So nothing of real big interest. I think those 9-watt green light LEDs come from the Dollar Tree or something like that, because there's a whole bunch of them. This is interesting. Look at this thing. It's burned out, but they still have it in there. And lots of CFLs, so I guess we'll move on to the next container. It was too bad that mercury vapor bulb was no good. If that base wasn't all messed up, I definitely would have got it. But I have no idea how to fix that without busting the bulb. Maybe I could take a base off of a bulb that was, burned out and put it on there, but that's too much messing around for what I care to do with it. So we'll put this container back, and let's see, we'll take the next one down. Oh, I guess I'm going to take a look at these fixtures first. So these are 2-lamp versions of the big ones. So there's the actual sticker that was on the tall ones that I tried to get. It looks like they added some little clips to help hold the bulbs, the LED bulbs that is. But I'm glad that they kept them 8 foot instead of using conversion kits and messing up the whole fixture. So this is the second box here, and a lot of the same stuff as the first one, CFLs and another one of those like battery-operated bright bulb things that were popular many years ago. A box of non-LEDs, as it says, a PL bulb in there. Yeah, just a variety of different bulbs in here, but again, nothing of real interest that I wanted to get. 50 cents for that, that's not too bad.
Cool.
But, I don't know, it's just interesting to look through it all. Now, the reason I'm talking over this is because there is music in the background, so I don't really want that to be heard. Obviously, that's not the main focus of this video. That's a nice 100-watt bulb there. Interesting how they just throw them all in this container. I guess it would be, yeah, it works. I mean, none of them were broken that I found, so on to box number 3, I suppose. We'll put this one back. And, I say a lot. I need to stop doing that. So here's box number 2, or 3. And right off the bat, there's an interesting thing on top here. It's a fluorescent nightlight, and I was really intrigued by it at first until I found out it was broken. But as you can see, it uses a bulb that is replaceable. I actually have one of those bulbs. It's like a 3.5 watt fluorescent, and I didn't buy the thing. I thought $4 was too much, but whatever. It's still there, and a lot of CFLs and incandescents. I think that was 100 watts. It was made by Lustra, I think. It was cool, but again, I didn't really have a use for it, and I have a whole bunch of incandescents already. 25 cents though, not bad. I guess I didn't really pay attention to prices, I just paid attention to if I need it or not, and I didn't really need it.
Lots of LED conversions nowadays. These are Westinghouse ones. Still single pin.
$79 just for the batteries. I also have an extra battery for it.
Okay. Nice small box fan. I always love these things.
Charger and everything with it. And I have a Yamaha 1961 rhythm guitar with a case. I'm asking $200 for it. I have an electric snow shovel. I know it's the wrong time of year.
You know, with the UP,
it's like a miniature. it's like a miniature. It's like a snowboard. Then I have a bread maker.
Okay, so this is a restore that I went to, and it's not the best restore I've ever been to. Again, I had to mute the audio here because there was loud music in the background. I don't know if the volunteers here do absolutely anything, but they weren't doing anything. So here's the lighting section, if my camera will ever focus. You can see they have lots of LED bulbs that probably get donated from companies or whatever. Here's a bunch of CFLs in a box, nothing really of interest. We have some parts laying all over the place, some blades, ceiling fans and boxes. It looks like some of them they just got lazy and just set them on the floor instead of taking them apart and hanging them nicely. That's an interesting bulb right there I wanted to show. Look at the little, I think that's a GU10 base or something, but it's just a giant bulb. It looks kind of interesting. There's a 4 bulb socket. Those are neat to find. I like these little mushroom looking fixtures. Those are pretty cool. There's a lot of shades and pretty basic things. Here's the ceiling fans that they had. There's, I don't know, just not much of big interest here. So if I ever move the camera anywhere else, there we go, there's just lamps. There was one thing that did catch my eye, and it was a really old, like, clip light, but it was in pretty rough condition, so I didn't get it. Just a lot of different things just kind of strewn about. It would have been nice if it was a little more organized. I mean, I've been to a lot of restores over the years, and I can pretty much rank them now through being through all of them. So, I don't know, does this ever stop? Oh, now we're at a different place. So this is just a random thrift store that we found, and it's really filled with a lot of stuff, and it's not organized. But it was neat to kind of, you know, look through everything. So there's some bulbs here and some bulbs there, but they're not, you know, organized in any way, shape, or fashion. But there was one interesting thing, and I'll show that here in the next clip, whenever that starts. And it's going to start about now. As you can see, there's a Nema head up there. They want $5 for it. Unfortunately, I didn't get it.
Torque. It's a, they just say a light $5, but it's an ITT, exactly like the one that I found going to get thrown away the other day. Interesting.
So here's yet another restore, and again I had to mute the audio because they had music playing in the background. But here you can see they have all kinds of different incandescent and any kind of bulbs. Here's a high pressure sodium one, some mercury vapor ones here. Now they were a little too much for me to care about them, but interesting enough. Lots of older CFLs here, and then they got some incandescents and some metal halide bulbs right there, which I didn't pick up. I don't know, I just forgot they were $1. I should have picked them up for $1. That's a pretty good deal right there. But lots of PL bulbs there down at the bottom. I don't know what's in those boxes with the E on it. Plenty of other older CFLs there. I looked at them, they were cool, but I already had some in my collection. Now, the other side had ceiling fans. Now, there was one that did catch my attention, and it's this banana fan here at the bottom. Now, they put these numbers on them so you can tell what blades go with what fan. But I decided not to get it because I already have one of these in my collection, the one that I had as a kid in our living room. And the style of the blades aren't really something that I enjoy. I mean, they're a different type of style of blade, but I do like those older banana fans. So here are some 3-speed controls for ceiling fans. Yeah, that old banana fan there is really cool. They got some glass fixtures over there, and some other ones here. Now down at the end over here, there were some high-intensity discharge fixtures that were pretty cool. This one right here, it's all plastic, it's not metal. If it was metal, I would have gotten it for $10. It was brand new. I can't remember who it was made by, but it's pretty unique. It's 50 watt high pressure sodium, if I didn't say that already. And yeah, I think both of these were metal halide, but they wanted way too much for me to even care. But interesting enough. So I think, oh yeah, there's some extra bulbs here that my dad was pointing out to me, but they weren't anything exactly special. Just some standard things that must have gotten donated maybe from a hardware store that went out of business or something like that.
but lots of very interesting things here at this restore.
Well, I really hope you all enjoyed this video. I liked going through all these different stores and videoing the lighting in them, so I'm going to do this more often, especially going to the different restores, at least when I have time. So again, I really do hope you enjoyed, and also please comment, rate, and subscribe, and thank you very much for watching.